Hello everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me this morning, Sunday morning, beautiful day. Today we will come into our practice together. You can allow your bodies to find a comfortable place on your mats. Let the body begin to notice the stability of the earth. And then find your breath and find your posture. And let the posture be sturdy and strong, while at the same time soft and open and relaxed. And let the breath become really kind of patient and subtle and spacious. And begin to notice tension. Where is the tension in the body? And invite some space around that tension intentionally. For me, I'm always aware of tension in the belly, so I make an intentional effort to just soften around the belly button area, like underneath it, above it, around it. And if I become even more aware of tension there, I can place my hand on the belly. And then something starts to just release. Tension starts to release. For some of us, we hold tension in the neck and the jaw more. So just become aware of where the body is holding on. And find the patience within yourself to hold that tension without forcing it to go anywhere, just inviting space in a tender way. Find your Ujjayi breath and begin to breathe in and out through the nose with a subtle constriction in the back of the throat. Let the sound of Ujjayi, let the ocean sound become your point of focus. Like the waves of the ocean. And stand still in that sound of Ujjayi, that experience of your inner sound. And as tension releases from the body, there is a immediate sense of connection. And a bit of a spaciousness around the mind. And a sense of luminosity in the mind as well. Let's do this again. Take a deep in breath together. And let it go. Okay, so start to move the body a little, waking up the body, and take out your time to make some just gentle movements throughout the shoulders, and the arms and the legs. If you're seated, you can, or if you're reclined, you can reach your arms sideways or overhead and make fists with your hands and circle your wrists around a bunch of times. Opening and closing the hands a few times as well. And take your time to make it to your seated position if you're not there. All right. Let's bring our hands together to the heart space. Become really aware of your palms. And if you're willing, just find a sense of a humble kind of reverence to this heart space. And let yourself go within your heart, inside your heart. Open up to something else, something big, something mysterious, and trust in that. And from that place, we join together as that place with the sound of Om. First, a cleansing breath. Inhale. Inhale. Beautiful. Open your eyes and make your way to your table pose. And I invite you now from table to move in any way that you wish, maybe back and forth a little, or side to side. And at some point, become aware of your spine and start to arch and curl it, opening the heart with the in-breath, and curling with the out-breath. And let the in-breath and the out-breath kind of take you into some fluid motions, starting to change the kind of arching and the curling, and invite kind of even your legs to elongate one at a time, as you arch and curl. Or invite some rocking motions around the hips as you arch and curl. Just kind of checking in with your body in all directions, and as if you're like diagnosing, where tightness is, where tension lies, mindfully and purposely. And then at some point, make your way into a separated knees position and just taking a few motions of circular motions before a child pose. And become aware of the depth of the ground beneath you. And let that ground feeling, that ground sensation, enter your body and kind of mingle with the rest of the body. What is it like to feel with your palms this earth, with your head this earth, and to give yourself to the sacred earth without holding on to anything, getting out of your head and just kind of giving yourself to the earth. And then come back to a table pose. And with the knees still separated, reach your right hand forward, thumb facing up. And take that hand all the way up into a twist towards the mirrors. Inhale here. On the exhale, thread the arms through and under. Rise up and open again. Inhale. On the exhale, draw the arm forward and elbow to the ribs. Again, inhale forward, open. Exhale, thread. Inhale, open all the way. And exhale, forward and back. Again, in. Out. In. Out. Last time. Good. And as you elongate the arm forward, hold here. And then just release and take it to the other side. Take the left hand forward with the in-breath and out-breath. Inhale, open all the way up. And exhale, thread. One more time. Inhale all the way. Exhale forward and back. Again, in and out. In and out. In, out. In, out. Last time. And out. Hold it forward and release. Bring the knees a little bit closer. Curl the toes under. Walk the hands a couple of handprints forward and extend the hips up and back, downward dog. Pedal through the feet. And reach the right leg up towards the sky. Breath in. On the breath out, shift forward into a plank pose and bring your knee to the chest. Again, lengthen it back. And again, knee to the chest. 2 more times. Last time. And step the foot forward. Come into a low crescent. And reach the left arm up towards the sky. And side bend. Come back to center with the in. And out. One more time. Come back through to downward dog. Curl toes under. Breath in and breath out. Left leg slowly rises up. Breath in. Knee to chest in a plank. Inhale again. It should look just like a plank, but with one knee to the chest. 2 more times. Last time. Step it forward, low crescent. Allow the back knee to drop. Rise up. Left hand to hip as you bend. 2 more times. Back to center, plant palms, step back, downward dog. Breath in and breath out. Let's take the right leg back to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, knee to chest. One last time. Inhale, lengthen back. And this time, step it forward in your warrior one. Use your core to rise all the way up. Breath in. On the breath out, warrior two. As you open up the front palm, reverse it. Inhale. On the exhale, cartwheel the hands through. Come into a plank pose. Hold your plank firm. And come into Chaturanga. You might lower the knees the first time around. All the way to the ground. Opening up in a baby cobra. Take it in together. On the out, a reverse push-up presses you back to your plank and into a downward facing dog. Left leg rises up, in breath. Out breath, knee to chest. Again. And warrior one on the other side. Firm up the feet, plant them as you rise in. On the out, warrior two. As you reverse your warrior, breathe it in. On the breath out, cartwheeling the hands through to your plank. This time either lowering the knees to all the way or halfway. Baby cobra or up dog. Breath in. On the breath out, downward facing dog. Take it in. Let it go. One more time. Let's do this one more time. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, knee to chest. Again. And warrior one. Stabilize and rise. Warrior two. Open up and reverse. All the way through to your version of the Chaturanga. All of us meet in downward dog. Left leg rises up. Knee to chest. Again. Stepping forward, warrior one. To warrior two. Take it in as you reverse. All the way through. Back to downward dog. Now as we progress through our practice, I'd like you to either take those Chaturanga vinyasas or skip them. You can skip them by holding plank for a while and then going straight to down dog, or skipping plank altogether and going straight to down dog. If you want more fire in your practice, you can do some push-ups in those Chaturanga vinyasas before holding the pose. Take a breath in as you reach your right leg up to the sky. This time open the hip to dial and let that top leg extend all the way up. Root down a little more through your bottom foot to extend higher. And square the hips and pull the knee towards the chest, stepping forward in your warrior one. Back heel dials down, the feet are hip distance apart, arms reach overhead, inhale. On the exhale, release the right hand to your thigh, keep that left hand high, reach a little higher as you root down through both feet. And then take those arms behind you, interlacing those, grabbing a hold of opposite elbows if that's available. If it's not, you can just bring your hands to your sacrum. That might feel a little better for some of us. Draw your chest a little bit more forward, hinge forward, activate the feet into the ground, and open your heart a little bit more. And from here, see if you can interlace the hands behind the back, maintaining that external rotation throughout the shoulders. From here, come into a humble warrior, hinge forward, hovering over your front leg, either keeping the hands at your sacrum or reaching them a little bit higher. Keep the feet really active and take care not to overextend through the shoulders and the elbows. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the hands back down. Open it up to a warrior 2. Take a reverse warrior, breath in. And on the breath out, come into a side angle. Open it up to reverse warrior, this time extending the front leg, breath in. On the breath out, a side angle. One last time, inhale, extend through the front leg. Holding your side angle next for a few breaths. Take your time to find the nuances of the pose. Starting with the ground up. And notice the difference between movement and stillness. And when we become still, there's all kinds of listening that can happen to the body. You can really become aware of where that tension is. For 3, 2, and 1. Reverse the warrior. Extend the front leg. Reach the right arm up, root down, and grow tall at the same time. For 3, 2, 1. Slowly cartwheel the hands through, either to down dog or vinyasa through. Deep breath in and a breath out. The left leg rises up with the in-breath. You dial the hip open again. And then extend long that top leg. Keep active in both hands equally. Root down through the right foot. And square the hips. Knee to chest as you step forward for warrior 1. Rise up. Take those opposite elbows or forearms. Draw the sternum forward and up. Find that squeezing of the shoulder blades muscles. Then interlace the hands behind the back. Breath in. On the out, hinge forward for a humble warrior. You can be as high as this or lower while still activating the feet firm into the ground. Notice if you just shifted your entire hips over to the left and see if you can draw them back towards the center. For 3, 2, 1. Release the hands. Open it up, warrior 2. Adjust the placement of the feet as needed. And reverse the warrior. Breath in. On the breath out, a side angle lunge. We'll keep alternating between the two, elongating the front leg. Bending and hinging to the side. 2 more times. Last time. And as you bend and hold, notice and feel. For 3, 2, and 1. Reverse and elongate the front leg. And cartwheel through. Down dog or vinyasa to down dog. Let's take 3 more long in-breaths and out-breaths here. Notice the long spine and the relaxed effort around the shoulders. Invite more tension to relieve the body. as you even out the breath. And elongate the breath. Bend the knees. Look forward as you press your hips back. Inhale. With the exhale, walk forward for a forward fold. Regain access to the ground with your feet. And let those feet find every inch of the ground beneath them. Let it soothe. That contact soothe you. And then sit down into a chair pose. Activate into the feet to rise. Neutralize the pelvis. And when I say this, I mean you're not overarching back or over tucking, but finding that neutral place and a strong core. For 5, 4, 3, sit just a little lower. 2, and 1. Rise, release the hands, regain access to your feet. Let everything settle down to the ground. Spacious breath. Tension is letting go slowly. Good. Fire up the hands again and reach all the way up. Breath in. On the breath out, bow, hinge from the hips, forward fold. In for a half lift. Out, plant the palms, step back to downward dog or vinyasa through. Let's shift forward in a plank pose and come into a core strength pose here. Holding plank for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Lower down onto your forearms. Engage the legs and the glutes. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shift your weight into your right elbow. Press up, back to plank. Feel your core engaged. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way back to downward dog. Let's take it in and sigh it out. The right leg rises to the sky with the in-breath. This time as you open up through the hips, you might flip your dog. Opening up through the heart space, lifting the hips upwards, breath in. On the breath out, return to your three-legged dog and hold in breath. On the out breath, knee to chest, step forward, Crescent Lunge. Rise up, bend back knee, tuck pelvis under. We're going to prepare to take a twist from here. Now, I'll give you the option to either dip and twist vertically or to hinge and twist, taking elbow over top of thigh. or releasing left hand to ground and open up. 3 possible options. And we're going to stay here for 5 breaths. 4, 3, 2, 1. Return back to the center, and when you turn, open up to your warrior 2, but this time facing the back of the room. So you're going to face the back of the room. The left leg is bent. And progress into a triangle pose here. Hinging and elongating that left leg. Steady breath. Tensions being released. And you're aware of the activity of the feet into the ground. For 3, 2, and 1. Come back through to the center and face the front, face me, with both legs long. Have the hips face forward. And from here, we're going to come into eagle arms. So the left arm is going to come under the right, maybe interlacing the hands or grabbing a hold of opposite shoulders. Stay active in the ground with your feet. Neutralize your pelvis. Now, we're coming into a warrior 3 with eagle arms. If this is too much on the arms, you can release them. Bend the front knee, hinge forward. Shift your weight into the front leg and lift that left leg off the ground. For 3, 2, 1, rising up for eagle legs. Wrap the left leg up and over. And sink down. Neutralize the pelvis again. For 3, 2, and 1. Release the arms, release the legs. Take a block or a water bottle if you have it. Place it in front of your right foot. And we're going to come into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. So bow forward and start to slowly shift your weight into your right leg. Balancing on that right leg. Stacking the hips. Neutral pelvis, neutral spine. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Land the foot next to the other. And on that left leg, instead of an Ardha Chandrasana, we're going to come into a standing split. So shift your weight into your left leg. Reach the right leg up. And as you bow forward, maybe that left hand grabs a hold of the ankle. Maybe the right hand grabs a hold of the ankle. Maybe not. You'll bend the knee and land the foot all the way to the back of the mat into a into a runner lunge. From here, we'll take it again into a twist. And this time, either taking again that right elbow up and over the thigh, or planting the hand on the ground into a twist. For 3, 2, and 1. Release the right hand and turn to face the wide edge of the mat into a wide-legged forward fold. Take any variations that you wish here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you rise up into a halfway lift, breathe it in. And on the breath out, walk your hands towards your left foot. Coming back into a runner lunge and stepping back into a plank pose. Hold the plank for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, lower down onto your forearms, stabilize. Draw the chest forward, elongate the neck for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shift into your left elbow, press into your right arm, all the way up for plank. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in, long breath out. Left leg rises up with the in-breath. The hip dials open, maybe a flip dog. Coming back to three-legged dog with the in-breath. The out-breath, knee to chest. Crescent lunge. Rise up. Right arm reaches up, left hand on thigh. And from here, preparing to take, again, either your vertical twist, like we did before, or bringing hand down to the ground. I like to dip my back leg down when I take a vertical twist. It feels better on my back. You could try that. For 3, 2, and 1. Come back through to the center and come into Warrior 2 facing the back of the room. Find the stability of the legs and transition slowly into your triangle pose. Breath is steady, spacious, And the sound of silence is all-encompassing, soothing. And the mind is open, receptive. One more in-breath. On the out, come back to center. Turn towards me again, with both legs nice and long, facing the front. Active feet into the ground, strong rootedness. Arms wide open and relaxed. And the right arm comes under for eagle arms, or the variation of that. Preparing for your warrior 3 eagle arm variation. Hinge first, then lift the back leg. Maybe it never lifts, maybe the toes stay on the ground. Equalize the hips a little more, dialing that right hip down. For 3, 2, 1, rising up for eagle. Taking that right leg up and over. Staying here or sinking down. Navel in and up. Breath is spacious. For 3, 2, and 1. Release arms and legs. Let's take the water bottle or the block in front of the left leg for Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Come into it as you wish. One more in-breath. And release the foot next to the other. And now we're coming into the other leg for a standing split. And we're going to land in a runner lunge from there. So taking your time to arrive there in a mindful way, in a purposeful way. Paying attention not to overextend that right knee. Relax your neck and jaw muscles. Spacious breath. And land in a runner lunge. Toe heel the feet hip distance apart. Maybe the back knee drops if you prefer that. And we'll take it into another twist. Maybe elbows up and over the thigh, or another variation. For 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release and open up into a wide-legged forward fold to the other side. And from here, let's take a wide-legged fold twist. If you have a block, you can place it under your right hand. And your right hand can be placed under your chest. Come up into a halfway lift. Left hand comes to the hip. And you twist towards the left. Maybe that arm reaches up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Taking it to the other side, nice and slow. One more in-breath, and release. Good, walk your hands over towards your right leg. And step back to a plank pose. Take a Chaturanga Vinyasa all the way to down dog. Beautiful job. Take a deep in breath and sigh it out. Shift forward in a plank pose. And lower halfway to hold. Maybe the knees come down to the ground for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down. Elongate the legs all the way back. Activate the shoelace sides of the feet for Sphinx Pose. Take your elbows under your shoulders. Isometrically draw those elbows back as the hips draw forward. Activate legs firm. Pinky toe and big toe are pressing down. Engage the pelvic floor. Pull the navel in and up. And draw the sternum forward as you bring the chin slightly back. Activating all 3 bandhas. Mula bandha, Uddiyana bandha, Jalandhara bandha. Good. Release the lowermost ribs down. Keep firm with the legs. Extend the arms sideways. Squeeze shoulder blades muscles and lift the legs. Again, find that Mula bandha, Uddiyana bandha. Elongate the neck for 3, 2, 1. Relax. Feel the weight of the chest on the ground. The spaciousness of breath with this heart opener. The gentle receiving of the earth to your body. The warmth all over. And let's take our time and come into a quad stretch. Bend the right knee, grab a hold of the ankle, and really kind of tuck the tailbone under to activate the thigh a bit more into the ground, both thighs. And to take it to the other side. Now let's bend both knees and see if we can grab a hold of those feet or ankles for bow pose. Engage the legs, grab a hold. If this becomes too much on your lower back, take locust pose again with the long legs, or Sphinx pose. Pressing back to open for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Which part of you is still holding on? Just completely let it go into the ground. Nice. Let's take it up into a variation of Camel Pose. Press yourself up. Some of you will take the regular camel as you wish. Others might extend the left leg to the side. Take a block or a water bottle to the height that you want, to the inside of your right ankle or heel. And then either grab a hold of the heel or bring your hand to the block and press the hips forward, activating that leg so firmly into the ground to open up. For 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center, taking it to the other side, or doing camel one more time. Again, engage the leg firm into the ground, press the hips forward, then start to open up. For 3, 2, and 1. Come back. And let's come into a table pose. Take some arches and curls. And then lie down on your back. We're preparing for the last back bend, bridge pose. As you bend the knees and plant the feet under the knees, activate the arms alongside the body. And start to slowly press into the heel, isometrically drawing them back. Engage your glutes and lift the hips. For 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly release. We'll take another bridge pose or a wheel pose if it's in your practice. Pressing back into the heels, tucking tailbone under to rise up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Bring the knees up towards the chest for a little squeeze. And take any motions around the knees that feel good on your back. Good. Now keep the legs parallel to the ground with the knees like this towards the chest, but align the hips with the knees and the ankles with the knees. Kind of like you're in a chair pose, but on your back. Yeah. Now, take your knees towards one another and plant your hands on top of your thighs. On the in-breath, squeeze your knees together. On the out-breath, press the hands against the thighs and the thighs against the hands. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, press. In, squeeze. And press. In, squeeze. Out, press. Again. And press. Now squeeze and press for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend the legs up. Take your hands behind your head. Interlace. Keep the elbows open. Squeeze shoulder blades muscles. And lift the chest. And up. We're going to count from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, silently counting now. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly relax and elongate, maybe for a big stretch. Then take it into a reclining twist on your right, pulling the knees to the chest and dropping them to the right. Find that place of nourishment again where you're fully surrendering, opening, and receiving. And take your way to the other side, nice and slow. Good. Return to the center. If you're lying on your back and you want to take pigeon on your back with the knees bent, crossing right ankle on top of left thigh, do this. Otherwise, make your way into another pigeon of your choice, including a prone pigeon or a seated pigeon, or a double pigeon while we're at it. And after everything that we've done today, notice your energy level. Notice the difference between the beginning of class and now. And if you're feeling that tension has let go a bit, find some gratitude within your heart. And with this gratitude, we start to counteract the human kind of tendency towards negativity, towards negative thought patterns, which keeps us seeking. This gratitude is a antidote for that. It's like a way to just notice what's going well. And even if you're not the kind of person who tends towards negativity, it's kind of pulls us into it because the majority of thought patterns are negative. And so we might find ourselves in a place of lack, and in my experience, as soon as I've noticed that or caught myself in it, I just drop into the heart and find a sense of gratitude. Notice what's going well. Even tiny little things. Let the body slowly become jello-like. Take a breath in and a breath out. And start to slowly transition to the other side. What does your heart feel like right now? Is it spacious or contracted? And just breathe into it. And sink a little deeper inside your heart. And finding those heart qualities of compassion and gratitude. Not to be a good citizen, not to be a good person, but rather to kind of take part in infusing this world with a sense of goodness. Just a sense of goodness. Not to reinforce our own egos of being good people, but rather to kind of expand this universe with energies that are beautiful and spacious and light. At some point, making your way onto your backs, if you're not there already. Letting your bodies acknowledge the spacious earth and hand over the weight, all of it. And as each one of us opens our heart to our own suffering, our own pain, we are practicing opening our hearts towards everyone else's. And with that openness, there is a receiving of light, which starts to infuse the darkness, transmute the shadow. Not repressing and shoving down, but rather allowing, open. So the light of consciousness can transmute. It's an alchemy. And just like an ice cube starts to melt in the sun, in the light of the sun, just like that. Letting whatever is there rise to the surface, to breathe light. To receive benevolence and transmute. Into compost, good compost for this earth, for our planet. Breathe in this love. Om Sarvesham Svastir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mandalam Bhavatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Take a breath in and a breath out. Start to move your bodies a little now, allowing for sensations and breath. And eventually, roll yourself over gently to your side. And rise up to a meditative seated position. Taking the hands back to the heart space. Again, a sense of reverence to this heart, to all hearts, to the big, big, big heart of the universe. And closing with the sound of Om, a cleansing breath. Inhale. Thank you for allowing me to teach you guys. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.